What's up? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and I'm out here at the Raiders field. It's starting to get dark, but hopefully my cam is performing well out here in this low light condition. But I have this HGLRC PARROT 120 out here, and this time I have a 3S pack. It's a 300 milliamp hour, so it came from Crazepony-Power. Pretty nice little battery. So we're gonna test this thing out on 3S. I made sure I didn't put those Avon props on this thing for 3S because these motors are very high in kV for 3S. These are 8,000 kV 1103 motors, and so we're gonna fly it on 3S because they said so. A light 3S, that is. So hopefully you guys can see everything. Let's see, the FPV feed says the battery is full. Hopefully I'm on the right channel. Let's try to scan for a channel. See if it brings me any closer. Well, I guess that's close enough. Everything looks clear. So let's try to take off with this little guy, hand toss. I don't know if you guys can see it, line of sight. I'm gonna try to stay near this sand here to do some punch outs. So pretty nice punch out on it. The punch out looks about the same as the punch out from that AK-103 on 3S. Let's look at it again. Let me stop flipping it around in the dark out here. Let me try to land it. Okay, so we're gonna do some FPV with it. It's kind of nippy out here. The OSD said land now. I just took off. A little bit of breakup on it. And I was just flying that little AK-103 out here, and it's just a tad bit darker, not by much. And that little AK's camera, which is the Run Cam Micro, or Run Cam Nano I think it's called, that little thing was able to see a little more than this EOS 2. Yeah, I can't see the ground with this thing barely. I can barely see the ground. Let's see if I can fly, see good enough to fly through here. Yep. It's flying nice though. You guys gotta excuse my voice. These goggles are down on my nose. Okay, so the voltage is down really low on this thing. It's climbing back up once I let off the throttle, but whenever I do anything, it goes down to about 9.4. Sheesh, and I can barely see myself on this thing. Okay, I saw myself then. I guess it doesn't handle different changes in light. It seems to be kind of fast though. But different areas of brightness and darkness, it doesn't seem to be distinguishing that well. Okay, let me bring it in and stop torturing this battery. See if I can get a softer landing than I did with the AK-103. Okay, let me stop the recording. Pretty nice little flyer. It's cold out here. I can't really feel any warmth coming from these motors, so I can't really tell if they're definitely not blazing hot, but I can't really feel any warmth or anything coming from them. So you can fly it with a 3S, but take it with a grain of salt because it is cold out here, pretty cold where I'm flying it at. But it handles well, flies really nice, a lot better than it does with 2S. I didn't try a light 2S, like a 300 milliamp hour 2S. I was flying it with a 550 milliamp hour 2S. I'm thinking probably a 300 milliamp hour 2S would fly better with these props on it. But the only other toothpick that I really have to compare it with that's retail is the Tiny Hawk. And as far as punch out, the Tiny Hawk punches out a lot better than this thing. It's faster. I don't know if it's faster in a straightaway, but I know the punch out is a lot more powerful on the Tiny Hawk. And the Tiny Hawk is only a 2S flyer. And this thing punches out on 3S about how the Tiny Hawk punches out on 2S. I think the Tiny Hawk might beat it on a punch out on 2S. But in all, it's a really nice flyer with these smaller props here. Let me see. Let me make sure. I think these are 1103. Yes, these are 1103 sized motors. So you would think that this would be a little more powerful on a punch out than a Tiny Hawk. I guess we have to try it with a 300 milliamp hour pack and maybe a pair of Avon props and tune it a little better, and maybe it'll show a little better performance as far as punch out. But as far as FPV in it, it flies really nice, a lot of control with it and everything. Really nice fly. This camera here might not be the best when it's starting to get dark, but it flies really nice and all. The camera should be okay in the daylight. It's the EOS 2. You guys are familiar with that camera. The PARROT 120 from HGLRC. Thanks for watching.